Attention students, the Jabroni University Network is now in session. Please make your way to class.
Rat chaser. Rat chaser. Rat chaser. Rat chaser. Rat chaser.
Howdy, amigos! It's the Chaser Brothers podcast at high noon with me, the son of Rad Chaser, and the man of the hour who reads Nintendo Power, the Bionic Commando in Orlando, the gamer who should come with a disclaimer.
Rat chaser.
Hi, hello, all me cowboys and cowgirls, and welcome to a special podcast. A St. Patrick's Day themed podcast, number 11. And that's the extent of it.
I feel like we needed some. You said high noon last night so we're changing the time of when we actually record the podcast, so we're a little more alert. And then I said let's start at noon, and then you said high noon, and then that made me think of Cowboy Bebop. So
yeah, so now it's a barn burner.
yeah, baby.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, what do we have on the dockets? Yeah, it's Patty's. It's come on down to Patty's Pub. Yep. We got March is it's going to continue to be a busy month for us. The fact that it's St. Patty's Day is irrelevant, but if you do celebrate this day, happy St. Patty's Day. We love you. It's good.
Yeah. I like the corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, yeah. I like listening to going back to Boston 1,800 times on repeat because I work at a bar.
Dropkick Murphys.
Yep. Dropkick Murphys. Sorry, we started strong and then it started to unravel. If you're a new listener, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Glad you're here listening to us. Jibber jabber.
So let's see, Mr. Poops, the cat that you might see in some of the videos, he's got a birthday today.
Oh.
Little Mr. Poops is 17 years old.
Good for him.
So he's older than some of you listeners out there.
Rad Dog of Chaser recently had his first birthday. He was 1 year old. His birthday's on 3/11. Amber's the color of his energy. And he's gigantic. He's 80 pounds.
Doing animals today.
Yeah, it's 80 pounds. So 1 year old dog. He's friggin' huge.
An 80-pound wuss.
You know what? He's shaping up to be a pretty good guard dog to our detriment. So we've been toying around with letting him not sleep in the crate at night. And so what happens is he'll hop up on the bed with us, which if I'm in the bed, that's a no-no. So there's dog beds at the foot of the bed where, the dogs sleep. That's where the dogs can sleep. The thing is, though, if he's not on the bed, he's like, well, screw this. I don't want to sleep on the dog bed. So instead of going back to his crate, which is, familiar and comfortable to him, he decides he wants to be on patrol in the middle of the night. So, which is good, but that is not a thing that we need. There's a lock on our front door. We don't need to worry about him guarding stuff. But he's walking around the house. If the cat's coming out, he's interested in the cat and he wants to do that or whatever. He gets up he's getting up on the couch. He's just looking out the window. And the thing is, like in the dead of night when there's no lights outside, there's gonna be animals going by. So it's just I feel him being awake, so I'm not sleeping at all. I just feel him being awake, and then he starts barking, and it's like, nope, we're done with this. You're going back into the crate. So that's what we got a a dose of last night, but he barks when he should bark, and he stops when you ask him to. So he's a good boy.
I need uninterrupted sleep. I can't be doing it.
And this is why Rad Chaser doesn't have children.
I sleep in total silence. Like, it's been cool enough to where you don't even have to run the air conditioner lately. You know, over the Florida winter months. So I'm just I'm just dogging it. Sorry about that. I don't know if that counts as a as a swear.
Nah, dog. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Just no one needs to hear that. That's gonna be a nah, dog, for me.
So what I've been doing is I've been sort of dogging it. And just total silence. I love it. I love it. There's some people, everybody's like, oh, I need white noise. Oh, I need this. I don't need any of it. I'll go in that room. You know that room, the quietest room in the world?
Yeah.
No one's lasted more than 57 minutes.
Yeah, just there's no light in there. Yeah, great. I'd love a nice little nap.
I'll conk out.
I don't understand how, hearing your blood gushing through your body was like, oh, that's interesting. I imagine all you would just be hearing is just a little bit of just something.
Right. Nope, I can't deal with it. It's going to make me psycho. I got to get out. Let me out of here.
I don't know about all that. Well, yeah, thanks for subbing if you're new. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you're listening to
we do talk about video games.
Yeah, it's the preamble's over. We've talked about the animals. If you like the animal talk, I mean that's good too. There's animals until there's not. But it will be fine. I went to Ikea. I got a shelf. Okay, I've desperately needed more space in the office to get to do something with the piles and piles of Nintendo Powers I've been getting my hands on lately. So,
yeah. Now
I got the space. Now I got to sit down and do all the sorting of stuff. So, I've picked up a couple more lots. I'm scheduled. I'm switching it up here. I found someone getting rid of a Pokemon Snap player's guide for $10 on Facebook Market. So I'm gonna, whoop around on Wednesday and go and grab that thing. He's got a couple other stuffs as well. He's got a copy of Majora's Mask for 3DS. I might grab that too, as he has it for a reasonable price. So.
A local pickup then, huh?
Yeah, a little local pickup, and
I like this. That's good. Go pick it. Go and definitely make sure you ask him if he has anything else. I've discovered over the years that people have stuff and they don't even put it out. They don't think about it. You go to garage sales and you just ask. I always ask. I've found great stuff just saying, hey, do you have any video games or vinyl records or whatever? So ask.
Yeah, that's it's worth the ask for sure. I went on that dude's. I went to his profile to see if he had any other stuff listed. He had some stuff. Not really anything that I want, but he had some cool stuff. And I think I also need to exploit on Facebook Marketplace, just looking. Searching for players guides, because that doesn't seem to pop up when you type in video games. So I'm just sort of popping in on the marketplace every once in a while just to see what's going on. Namely because I just listed a bunch of my own stuff on there to just sort of clear space out of the garage. Get a little bit of cash to fund this endeavor. And that that's going well. I moved one thing. I got another thing that I'm moving today. So that's two things out of about 10 things that I posted up. One of the things that I posted up said that there was a product recall on it, so I get to throw that right into the garbage can. So,
Oh, okay. You sure you don't want to sell it?
nah, it's especially if there's a recall on it. It's a baby toy. Like I don't want to hurt someone's baby, so I'm just gonna throw it in the garbage.
Maybe just put an asterisk next to it, like, "Hey, this has been recalled. Still want it? Are you still interested in this item?"
Looking to gamble on the safety of your child to save a couple of bucks.
Special roll the dice, 20% off fee. Price.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me, especially not with the jerks that ride around in their friggin' golf cart, just holding their.
Here we go.
Yeah, look, here I gotta. Here we go. I mean, listen, you're free to do whatever you want to. Except you're not free to do that. Like if
All right,
if a
Son of
cop
Chase will start fussing about it on the podcast.
it's not even about Son of Chase or fussing about something like one, freedom. Like, oh my God, it's
Freedom isn't free.
I don't want to get into a whole thing, but some rules are sensible and they help keep us safe. So we should follow those rules, whether they infringe on whatever or they don't. But also, like, I don't know, I feel like people conflate freedom with being able to do whatever they want to, and that's not how we exist in society. But my main problem with it is you have a little 2-year-old child, in my estimate, and they're just driving around in this golf cart, like on a road that I would say is not busy. And they're just holding this kid in their lap. This thing, they're driving like 15 or 20 miles an hour. Like if they hit a bump, that kid's going flying. If it flies out of the car, they're running over that thing. I don't even want to think about what can happen. So every time I see these people driving up and down the road, it annoys me. It annoys me that they're so cavalier with the safety of their child. So, I mean, maybe they might want to save a couple bucks and, buy the recalled product that I have or whatever.
Are you waving your fist at them as they go by?
It's not worth it to yell at them and say something because I don't want them to go, huh? And then lose their concentration and then
Start blasting.
There's not anything that I can do about it. It's, they're going to smile and nod and then do, whatever they were going to do anyway. So
A classic quote. Okay, so what? Let go, let God. That's fine.
yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for the kid because the kid doesn't have a choice in the matter. The kid's not going, hey, this is not really safe and I don't want to go on this trip. So you figure out something for me. And it's like, you're loading up into a golf cart, just load up into the car. Like,
Sure. Well, look, people do like their golf carts in their neighborhoods. Driving around. It's less cumbersome than getting in the whole car.
people also drive like maniacs on this road because it's one of those roads where it's like it's not busy, so people drive crazy on it. It ain't safe. I don't like it. I like video games. I like collecting video game, magazines and stuff. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Per your suggestion, I'm keeping the new stuff separated from the old stuff, so I do have that to a degree. I've got a sophisticated labeling system that I'm going to come up with. It's really just going to be Post-it notes on the front of the magazine holders or whatever, but just so I can get everything in order and see what it is, and then when I have to, the Post-its are just an elegant solution because it's like, oh, I got to move stuff around. Okay, I can just rip this off and write a new Post-it note.
Right. Yeah. So we've decided that, what I started doing was, because I'm doing the NES quest, so I'm collecting, trying to collect 100 games. And I have, my normal stuff, my stacks, wherever, but I'm going to keep all of the stuff that I acquire this year in one spot. So at the end of the year, we can make a video and say, well, look what we've added to the stack. So I threw that out to you and say, hey, since you're getting that shelf, make that the collection shelf for this year, and then we'll compare our piles of treasure that will ultimately be, displayed in our sarcophagi. Or our mausoleum, since we're not Egyptian.
Can we do the thing that Mr. Burns wants to do, where where Mr. Burns is at the top of the coffin and then he has a little foot space for Smithers, who gets buried alive with him?
Sure. So, well, which one of us is going on that?
Yeah. Well, we can do that if I die first.
Do we have?
I don't want to do it.
Do we have our own? Do we have our own mausoleums, or is this one big one now? We might. I don't know. Maybe they're next to each other. Like if I want to go to one day and not both, I don't have to.
There could be like a little tunnel, but it's like a kid's tunnel that you have to crawl through it. But we'll make it nice. Like there'll be black lights and like sounds and stuff, and it'll be nice. But you gotta crawl.
Anybody out there have ideas for what our mausoleum should look like? Please email us at theradchaser@gmail.com.
Also, when you cross the threshold over on the one side, a little thing will go, "Look who's come crawling back."
You will be shamed.
You've crawled on your hands and knees as a dog. Because
take your space at the foot of the bed.
Yeah, definitely don't get up and start crawling around. So now that I've got this other bookshelf, I got a real nice symmetrical thing going on the other side of the room. My instruments are now all in the waiting room for the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, because they're definitely, the stuff is definitely not getting touched while it's in the closet, and I will definitely not sell any of that stuff. But I do feel bad because it's taking up space, and part of me is like, I at the very least, I would not sell my bass guitar, because that one has sentimental value attached to it, whereas the other stuff is just sort of like, well, they are instruments, and the Telecaster is really nice, but
yeah, keep that.
But
a nice one.
But even still, like, I want one of those Telecasters with I want one of the deluxe Telecasters that has humbuckers on it, because it's what Travis Shettle plays, and it's got the Stratocaster headstock on it, but it's just a little bigger. I really like that. I really like that guitar. So if I would trade that Telecaster for the other Telecaster, but yeah, whatever.
I would trade it all for just a little bit more.
Yeah. Also, I really am toying with the idea of getting an Eastwood guitar, because that's my handle, and not a lot of people are playing Eastwood guitars, so
I don't even know what that is.
Be a fun. Eastwood is this company. They're a guitar making company, but they also do recreations of like 50s guitars. And like some of those guitars look really, really cool. Like the Revoltas and the Airliners and stuff. Those they're sick looking guitars. Like they definitely look like they're from the 50s. So they make those guitars afresh. But then they also make their own guitars. Like the airline guitars would be. I know this is bad, but I just want one that says Eastwood on it. Like that's really what it is. So,
Well, there you go. Okay.
that.
Well, make it a side quest.
Yeah, make it a side quest. But when am I ever going to get time to sit down and play any of this stuff? I've got so much stuff that I want to do. It's not even funny. I don't got time to do anything.
Well, that's the problem, and that's some people hate it, collecting video games versus playing the actual games.
Yeah, so
I'm
trying to make time for I'm trying to schedule myself to do stuff. That's what I need to do. The more I schedule myself, the more stuff I get done. If I stick to the schedule, everything works great. So scheduling has been working for me lately. So the more that I want to do stuff, the more that I got to figure out, like, okay, how am I going to schedule stuff? I also need to not underestimate, the power of committing to doing something for half an hour a day. So something else that I want to do that I'm like, I don't have time to do this. And it's like, I'm sure I could find half an hour to do something. And then if I can do that, then, 5 days a week, half an hour, I'm, I've spent 2.5 hours doing something where I've not spent any time doing it prior to that. So that's what we got.
Yeah.
I went on a side tangent there. The thing that I was saying about the bookshelves is that when we do the reveal, now that I've got this thing up, it's opened up all this floor space. I've just been having a big messy mess in here, but now I have a giant bit of floor space, so I can go look at all this stuff I got this year, and I can lay all of it out on the ground in one giant glorious pile.
Yeah. You got a lot of room for activities now.
What's been going on with you? Sorry, I did the first half of the podcast. I mean, you do the second half.
Yeah, let's talk about video games. I've been working on my Zelda Gold Cart variant side quest. For anybody who doesn't know, there are video games, NES games. There's different versions of them. Mostly. The most notable is probably the difference between like a 5-screw and a 3-screw video game, NES game. So if you look at your NES games, you'll see that if they're older, they're going to have 5 screws in the back, literally, and then you can kind of go from there. And I think to save money, because screws are metal, they went to 3 screws, and they have like a little clippy thing going on at the top of the game. So
yeah, the newer games got the clamps.
Yeah. So over time, you do different print runs of games, and they start, they have little differences, and sometimes they went from like the seal of approval went from like a circle to an oval shape, so they changed that. So that's a different version of a game. But according to this website I've been going off of, The Legend of Zelda for NES has 11 different variants. So I said to myself, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll try to get one of each. I'm just going. So I have my original Zelda cart when I was just a lad, a little chaser. I have that, and since then I've added 2 more variants. So I have, if the original one is variant number 1, I also now have variant number 2 and number 7 out of 11. So, it's a side quest. It's slow and steady, but I think we'll try to get all those going by the end of the year. It's possible. It's a little tough because you kind of have to have a good eye for these for the variants, because if I'm just getting them online, I just have the pictures to go off of. I can't really sort of inspect the the cart with my hand, so that's a bit of a challenge. So I may have more luck if we, end up going into some shops, so I can kind of like, look up close and inspect things. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I'm enjoying it. So I'm up to 3 out of 11. The final variant is the greatest hits version of Zelda, which is the gray card, actually. So they're not old gold, but that one will obviously be easy to chase down because it's just one version of that. So that's been the current side quest I've been thinking about lately.
I got one of those. I got one of those gray cart Zeldas.
Oh, well, there you go.
I
So
also
you
I
got
also have a gold cart. I wonder what variant it is.
well, you have to do a little inspection.
Oh.
I'll send you the website right over.
You know what? I can just grab it off the shelf. Hold on a second. Keep talking.
Yeah. Right. So, I really like the variants. I don't know. It's weird because like I'm starting to stack them up, and it's like I got a little pile of gold here. So then, now I say to myself, I'll just start stacking Zelda carts, and I'll just have a whole shelf of gold carts, which I think would look pretty hilarious. So there's this guy. He does Dragon Warrior carts, and he just collects Dragon Warrior carts. And he's got like 1,000 of them, which is pretty crazy. So I might do that, but Zelda, a lot of gold. It's not real gold, of course, but it is. It's the closest thing to it, which is fake gold. Oh, there he is. Now he's appeared. He's coming back.
All right, babies, I've found it. So this is a 3-screw gold pack. Now, what else?
Okay.
What else should I be looking for here?
Let's see if I got the. I know I have the web page up here. Let's go here.
All right. Well, that was some excellent sleuthing. We did bring up the list, and it caused a bunch of havoc. So I do have one of the variants. There's a lot of them. I figured out which one that I have. Since I only have that and the gray one, I have 2 cartridges on your quest.
Great.
I don't.
You're doing my side quest.
Do I have one of the variants that you have?
I don't know.
Oh,
You have 2 of 11. So without any further inspection, since we're having technical difficulties, statistically, yeah, you might.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what else happened while literally live while we're here. I got a box of Nintendo Powers delivered to the door.
Nice. You are stacking. You're gonna be buried alive.
Yeah. Now we get an audio unboxing.
Which is probably as exciting as a video unboxing.
Don't worry.
Especially if we don't say anything while we're doing it.
My excitement will make it exciting. as soon as how the video's been coming out. The Road to Cybertron video came out. That one's good, and I think we got Chasers and Cars getting boba coming up next, don't we?
Yeah, we do. So the videos when you came up, they require a little bit more production. So we have to, I make my weekly talking head videos in between doing the bigger videos. So we still have some content to crank out for all you lovely chasers out there. Because I love you. You're the lifeblood of this machine.
Nice.
Without you, I'd just be yapping to no one.
Big time. So this came in a bunch of stuff in an Amazon Prime bag. I did you a favor of muting my microphone so you didn't have to hear me ruffling around in the box here. But this looks like, oh yeah, baby, this is a sidequest box. We got the official guide, Luigi's Mansion. We got the official guide, Banjo-Kazooie. Official guide, Diddy Kong Racing. Official guide, Sword of Mana. Man, I got a great little haul here. Sword of Mana. I got a Prima Golden Sun guide, so that's gonna go for resale. I'm only getting the official Nintendo Power guides. Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3. Got the official one on that one. Oh, baby, the official guide for Final Fantasy IV Advance.
Oh.
Let's see. Brady Games Nostalgia player's guide, and a versus book for Super Mario Sunshine. And, for no apparent reason whatsoever, an instruction manual for a GameCube.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a nice little bonus thing here. It's versus books. Someone will want this, but there's also probably an official version of this bad boy, so I might want to try to find a copy of that. But I'll take a look through it. But yeah, got a good lot here. Got 6 official Nintendo Power players guides here, so pretty sweet. I'm gonna
Nice.
can't wait to look through
Nice.
them. Ooh, yeah, that's the side quest is fun for me because the players guides are cool. I don't need the players guide. No one needs a player's guide in this day and age, and for that reason it's good to get a hold of these things and be custodian to them.
Excellent work, Son of Chaser. Your stack is growing
Groin.
immensely. All right.
So, yeah, there's that. What else do we got? I didn't mean to derail you with a live unboxing, but I'm pretty excited about the stuff I got just then.
Yeah. I've taken a cue out of your book and started bagging up over here. And by bagging up, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's putting our magazines and such in bags to keep them, give an extra layer of security. So not just out there loose in the world.
I'm liking that.
So that's good. What else? I don't know. I need to make more GameCube content. That seems to be the stuff that's hitting on the charts whenever we put stuff on YouTube. So one of my side quests, of course, has now been to start collecting GameCube games because there seems to be a lot of interest in it. There's clearly consoles that have come out. GameCube came out in 2001, so all the people who were young then are now adults and they're getting nostalgic for it. So that's the way things go. So GameCube, PS2, what's the other one? Whatever Sega was, Saturn or the Dreamcast. I don't remember. But that's what's going to be hot now because people grow up and they're like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I'll have some of that. I think the good thing about PS2 is from purely how just how many games they produced for that system is that it's a little easier to on the wallet and to come by the good games for that one. I don't know that there's a lot of super like heavy hitters on PS2 that I'm like, oh, like I want to pay a premium for one of those games. Like those games usually seem to be like pretty affordable.
Yeah, I'd say so, especially versus their GameCube counterparts for games that were on multiple platforms.
Oh yeah, those GameCube game prices, and they get real nuts with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, so, a lot of the ones like that were on that list, generated by awesome viewers like you. They're in like the $30, $40 to $40 range, so nothing crazy. But there's some other ones that are up there. But one game at a time. That's the way we do it.
One game at a time, baby. I don't know what else is going on here.
Yeah, I didn't have much time to make my little bullet points here, so I don't know. And the technical difficulties, dragging us down. I hate technology sometimes.
Yeah, it'll get us. I mean, I gotta get a new computer at some point. I'm thinking about building one, so that that's gonna be the thing there. But as far as right now, I'm sort of just focused on getting the the office into a very great usable workspace slash hangout space. And now that there's floor space, I ordered an up and down desk today too, which will make it real nice for doing the Nintendo Power dailies.
Nice. Yeah, that'll help.
That'll come in. I've been doing time lapse videos. I've got longer form content that I want to produce. I just have to throw the stuff together and actually produce it. I haven't really forayed into the longer form stuff. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. The challenge is just actually doing the stuff and doing whatever. But like I've had with the bookshelves and stuff, it's just I've had to devote time to like we gotta clean and sort and organize, because when you have as much stuff coming in as I've had coming in, and I've been having just really good luck with people accepting offers for stuff.
Yeah.
And to a lesser extent, when winning some bids. Like now it's like, okay, I've got to, like I said, I didn't have any floor space before I put that thing together last night. So once everything's sort of sorted out and out of the way, I can, then focus on making content in a nice clean room that I have space for everything and everything's put away. And if it's nice and clean in here, it's gonna be a lot easier to work.
Yeah, clean space makes the brain clutter go away a little bit.
Yeah, and that is what has sort of been getting worked on for the last week or so. So I'm happy that that's sort of coming together. The table is gonna step some stuff up, and as soon as I just figure out what I want to do for a little storage solution underneath the table, so I can get sort of have my little packing area set up. Then things are gonna be looking real nice, because I got I need a place to put all of my bagging up stuff when I'm not bagging up.
Yeah.
And also I'm not just bagging up these magazines. I'm also bagging up vinyl records, as they come. Got the Jeff Rosenstock 2020 dump that came in the mail today as well.
Oh, nice. A little vinyl record side quest.
Yeah, it's in a very tall box. I wonder why. No matter.
All right.
Yeah. So, if we you got anything else? I mean, it's we might cut it short for an episode today. We're just having problems.
Yeah, let's just bottom line it.
Okay, bottom line, I'm excited for the next couple of weeks here. Especially because you've been chopping stuff up and working on all the stuff that we got filmed weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now that stuff's going to start trickling out over the next couple of weeks, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's they're just fun to make. Like, I make videos by myself when no one's around, and it's like, okay, yeah, but you can't really have a one person sitcom all the time. So it's nice to have other characters in the mix. So I'm excited about that. We got you and me on the road. We got our collecting heroes, video boy Matt. He'll be featured in a couple of videos. His house is looking really nice, so we got a good tour of that. And of course us, in the car chatting about video games too. So there's a couple different formats coming through. Excited about it.
I started up Monster Hunter Wilds. So I'm gonna try to at least one night a week get some monster hunting in. Bonesaw and Dave are in the monster hunting guild, so that's gonna make for some fun times. I'll at least have one other person to play with, because I know I know Bonesaw's always ready to throw down, and I am plugging away at Dragon Quest still. I'm getting pretty decently far into it. I'm in the orb getting phase of that game, and I've been, getting at least one orb each time that I've sat down to play for the last couple of weeks. So,
Nice. Yeah, I haven't been playing it, so I got to start thinking about catching up to you.
yeah, it's you will do it. It is good. And fortunately, with these quality of life stuffs, it just makes it so easy to go, oh, what was I doing again? Here we go.
Here's the cheat sheet.
You don't want to find yourself 70 hours into Dragon Warrior 7 and then not know what you're doing and then be unable to play the last 30 hours or whatever.
All right. Tragic.
Yeah, so that's I think that's my bottom line. I'm ready to do more. I'm ready to do more work.
Good on you. Your work ethic shining through for sure. And your chasing ethic as well.
Yeah. You got any more bottom line to go?
That's it. I'm just excited for the videos to come out. I'm just gonna, probably gonna, do something today for St. Patrick's Day. At least wear a little bit of green on screen.
Yeah, you eat brown, drink yellow, and wear green. That's what led the Birds to a second Super Bowl victory.
Go Birds.
Everything every fan does, both in and out of the stadium, directly affects the outcomes of the game. Yeah, go Birds.
All right. Play the outro music.
Yeah, I'm the son of Rad Chaser. Big Chaser until next time.
Until next time, my beautiful chasers, please, 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 never ever forget. Continue to chase them. Bye.
Rat chaser.
All right. I have to do work now to